guys, welcome back. So Square and Cubed. Today I am doing some meal prep for my fiance because he has a really hard time thinking of what he wants at lunch while he's working. He also has a hard time of when he wakes up in the morning, what's something easy that he can grab that's actually gonna keep him full. So we're gonna do that today. Basically making some little breakfast, what would you call it, babe? Like omelet in a cup? Making an omelet in a cup. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna prep some other ingredients that are kind of just for me, but they're mine, so I can do whatever I want. And we're gonna get to cooking. Let me introduce you to the ingredients. Okay, so what I'm using for this, and you can use whatever you want to, whatever ingredients, I don't care, make it your own. But I have bacon, both pork and turkey sausage, and then we have some frozen diced potatoes. We thought they were already cooked, they are not, so we are gonna get those on the skillet right away. One skillet prepping for the sausage, another prepping for the potatoes, and then the oven, the oven is preheating for the bacon, which it's really dumb how I'm gonna have to cook that. Let me get you at a good camera angle and we'll start cooking. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and break up my potatoes as much as I can. They're frozen pretty solid. We might have to just put them in a pan as they are and hope they sort of melt apart. Oh yeah, look at those bad boys. Those are some very angry potatoes. They say they only take about 15 minutes to cook. That entire brick is probably gonna take a little bit longer, so I'm just trying to get it on the pan, get some heat, start melting away that ice so we can actually use it. And now I'm cutting my turkey and pork sausage. By the way, guys, when you're shopping, make sure if you want a breakfast sausage, read the ingredients. It should say like meat, whatever it is that you're buying, and then also spices. That's how you know it's actually seasoned and not just plain meat. And we're just gonna slide that into the pan. Same with the pork sausage. Next, I'm going to cut the bacon. We like to kind of cut it in half. It doesn't really matter for this recipe because we're gonna chop it up a little bit finer at the end anyways, but it's one of those things my family's always done, so we're gonna do it today. The bacon's cut. As soon as the oven gets done preheating, we're gonna layer it on the rack and we're gonna start cooking it. In the meantime, I'm gonna start kind of chopping this. We want it into like bite-sized little pieces. And normally I wouldn't just like throw two giant logs of different meat in the same pan together, because you do want to make sure they're fully cooked, but not only are these gonna be cooked in the pan, they're also gonna be microwaved in the mornings, so it doesn't really matter. The meat's gonna look a little bit weird until it really starts to cook, but it'll be fine. All right, the potatoes still need to thaw a little bit. They're coming apart barely, but like not enough. Let's do this bacon. We're gonna head over to the table and figure it out. Okay, so typically when you're cooking bacon in the oven, you have a small shallow rack. I don't have one, so we're gonna use this pizza pan that has holes in it and hope for the best. I'm also spraying it down because even though I know bacon is very fatty and it is unlikely to stick, I don't want to ruin my pizza pan, so yeah. So we have the first round of bacon in the oven. Timer is set for 15 minutes. We're gonna let that cook. I'm gonna add some extra spices to this meat and I'm gonna try and get those potatoes to break apart because they're really getting on my nerves. What I'm adding, I have some ground cumin. It just brings out the meat taste in meat or adds meat taste to other non-meat items. Onion powder, garlic powder, and a little bit, like literally a very little bit of crushed mint. Crushed mint goes really well with pork. That is something that my fiance's mom kind of taught me. She uses mint in everything and it just makes things taste better. I don't know, it's really good. First, I think we're gonna do about maybe just honestly a tablespoon of everything. Or not a tablespoon, a teaspoon of everything will be just fine. Next, we're gonna go in with garlic, another teaspoon of that. For the cumin, we're just gonna kind of sprinkle it. A little really does go a long way. So no real measurements here, just kind of a sprinkle over everything. And it immediately smells like meat. And then same thing with the mint, really just wanna do a little bit. Okay, so I was able to get the potatoes broken up a little bit more, which is awesome. We're gonna season them with the onion powder, the garlic powder, and then I'm gonna grab some salt and pepper as well. And we're just gonna do a sprinkling. They don't really have to taste like much. They're gonna be covered in egg, but we still want them to taste like something. And the meat is pretty much done. And I'm just gonna add a little bit more olive oil because I think what we had in the pan already kind of cooked off. Let's get the bacon out of the oven and then we'll put it in the next batch. Now some of these pieces that are still really fatty, I might throw in the pan, or I might just cut the fat off. Depends. Another 15 minutes on the clock. The meat is looking really good. The potatoes are looking really good. Yeah, we just gotta finish up the bacon and then we can assemble everything. So I'll check in with you guys in a bit. Now for the meal part of meal prep. I am filling out, dating, and just putting on the bags what's going to be in them. And then we are going to fill them up with the food itself. I use mugs to help me keep the bags standing up and open so that I can actually fill them, because without it, it's kind of a mess. Things go everywhere. Super fun. And here we're just evenly portioning all of the meat, the potatoes, and the bacon between each of the 5 cups. I do realize there are only 4 cups there, but I had 5 bags because 1 for every work day of the week. But we ended up deciding that that was too much food for Shawn, and we halved it eventually and made 10 meals instead of 5. And there you have it. I love you guys. Stay cool, stay cute, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah. Toodles.